Hey everybody, thank you for clicking on the video. I appreciate it. So obviously I'm back in the blind doing my normal morning routines. We're getting started on a major change. The beautiful one and I have sat down and we've talked about it over and over and over again. Pros and cons of what we're going to be doing. And the pros just outweigh any of the cons. So hopefully you guys will follow along on the progress. I'm hoping it won't take too long to get complete. But we are moving all the animals to the opposite side of the barn. With the amount of rain we've had not drying up, that whole pen has gone to pretty much completely all mud. What I've been doing is when I get out and cut the grass whenever I've been able to, we have the bag collectors on the lawnmower and I save all the clippings and I do dump it into that area. So when it does dry up a little bit, it gives them a good dry area, and they also eat the fresh cut grass, which is good for them also. But to continuously do that is a pain in the butt. So what we're going to do is we're going to build a whole new chicken coop. I'm going to build a new pig bedding area, because they bed inside the barn at night and stay safe. So they're going to the big barn, which is going to be good, but it's also going to entail putting a wall up on the end, sealing that in from the dogs, coyotes, whatever could get in there, and get that up. But first we have to build everything. Then on the outside, on the other side of that of the barn, we are doing the pigs and chickens will have the whole 82-foot long run, but we're coming out 60 feet. So it's going to be an 82 by 60 foot pen, and we're probably going to, at first we're just putting up the fencing. They'll have run of the whole entire area, but we're going to probably divide it up so that way I can keep the chickens on one side. The center will be all open and growing, and then the pigs on the one side. So as the pigs or chickens start wearing down a little bit on one, we can open up the center, put them in there, and then close that side off, let it grow, and we can move them around and change basically the land they're on and they're foraging on. It'll work a lot better for us because then they're visible in the backyard. They'll be a lot closer to us. We can physically see what's going on, how they're doing. We can go out and interact with them a lot more. There's a whole bunch of trees on that side of the barn, which will be in their pen. So they have coverage, shade, and all that there, more than the other side. The other side, they don't really have too much shade. So they go into the coop or their bedding area throughout the afternoon to get down to the sun. But we can also, with closing off certain sections from animals, we can throw some hand scratch or some seed down, let it grow and help it continuously grow. But it will be more our permanent area for them. Then with that being said, I'm going to eventually put in little doors on the ends. We have our 350-foot electric fence that we can also wire in, because I'm putting the hot wire on the bottom and top of the new breakfast club, and hook the electric fence to that, and they can come out of those pens and graze in a new area for a few days, a week, whatever, and then we can put them in so that the grass will always be growing in certain sections, and it's also natural food for them. I'm going to also make a dust bath area where we can do wood ash and DE and stuff like that for the chickens. I don't think it's such a huge deal for the pigs, but even if they got into the DE, it may help with any kind of fleas or any kind of parasite like that. The DE is a special powder that, as long as you get the natural stuff, any exoskeleton parasite, fleas, and stuff like that, it actually dries them out and they just die. So it helps protect the animal. Doesn't harm, vegetation, any stuff like that. So number one, building the chicken coop and pig area inside the barn will be number one. We got a load of fence posts coming today. I think we're getting 50 this week and then 50 the following week, but 50 will be enough for what we need. Then we're going to have extra so we can always add on. We can keep fencing for the garden area and stuff like that. Extremely dirt cheap compared to what we would buy new. Then with that, when the animals are gone and they have transitioned over to the new side, that whole animal area, I'm going to take it down, save all the wood, save the chicken wire and stuff like that. And I'll be extending the greenhouse. So the greenhouse right now is 41 feet. And I'm going to do the whole entire length. So it'll be an 82 foot long by 20 foot wide greenhouse. Huge for us. If we had a bigger greenhouse, we can grow even more food for the family, and it would just be a huge benefit just for that alone. So the animals are going to get a new area, which will benefit them greatly, and we're going to get a bigger growing area for the family, which will benefit us immensely. And then that pig area or the breakfast club that they're in right at the moment will turn into garden. We're going to get a couple loads of dirt topsoil in and have them till it all in, and we'll have a beautiful garden area there and focus on just that. We can do it, we can focus it on late summer, early fall, get that work done, and then we can let it sit over winter, and then in the spring, boom, ready to go, rock and roll. So excited about what we're doing. Yes, I don't want to build another chicken coop. This is going to be my 5th one. We basically laughed about it. It's like, why didn't we think about this earlier? But hindsight's 50-50. We see what we need to do, and we're making those steps, and that's what we're going to do. So today I am going into the barn and figuring out where I'm going to mount some lights, because the lighting is really dim in there right now. The ceiling is actually probably about 30 feet. So I got to mount some lights lower, and you get some stuff cleaned up, you get the area kind of situated, and then start building the new chicken coop. I want to do it really, I want to make it less labor intensive. So I don't know the word I'm looking for. Easy maintenance chicken coop. So underneath the roosts, I'm going to build a platform, and then on the outside of the chicken coop, I'm going to open a door, and I'll take like a garden hoe or something, and I'll just clean out all the poop and right into wheelbarrow or our little trailer. I got a mosquito bite on my back and it's itchy. And then nesting boxes in there. But underneath that, where the roosts are going to be, it's going to have a tray, and then underneath that is going to be basically brooders underneath. So if we got our broody chickens, instead of having them in the garage where, you know, they're starting to stink a little bit, and the shavings kick down all over the floor and stuff like that, instead of having that, I'm just going to have them right in the coop, and they'll be protected from the other chickens and the roosters and stuff like that, so that they can hatch out their babies, let them grow, and then we can just release them, and they're right in their home. They, you know, with all the other chickens will be already used to them. There should be a lot less arguing or fighting within the flock. So a lot of really cool things that we have planned out. So today's the day to get started. Planning can't go any further because we planned it to death. So today's the day to start. That's what I'm going to be doing. So I'm just letting it warm up a little bit outside. I think we're sitting at about 15 degrees Celsius now, which was the daytime high yesterday, and it's only 10 o'clock in the morning here. So I'm going to be heading back there in a few minutes, getting my tools out and getting things moved around and cleaned up, and then I'll start the building. So stay tuned. Part 1 of the new changes coming to the homestead. So there's the bones of it. It is 8 feet by 10 feet. And it's going to go all up. I'm going to put some supports across the top. I'm putting roofing tin on the top because I have a whole bunch. I might as well store it up there. Chickens won't get out. The ore in the center. So that was day one of the changes on the farm, and we're super excited to get these things done. We got our fencing and fence posts, oh, I got a mosquito, delivered today. So next day or two, I'm gonna get out and start putting fence posts in and getting the fence up as quick as possible. And then beside here on this side is going to be the pig area inside the barn where they'll come in and sleep. So I gotta get on that also. Then we can move the animals all over and see how happy they are when we get that done. So super excited, tired, but it's well worth it, and it's gonna be even better at the end when this whole side of the barn is gonna eventually be stalls for animals and all look kind of the same. So super excited. I can't wait to see this complete, and thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and stay tuned for part 2.